All right, we're live. We're live. This is another recording. Today we got Searle on the other end. He is one of the most obnoxious Ravens fans you will ever talk to.
What?
And so we'll talk about this real quick because you haven't been on since we were talking shit about the Ravens during the offseason.
A lot.
But Lamar Jackson stays in Baltimore.
Let's not talking shit. He fucking said he didn't want to go. And he literally was putting out messages like he didn't want to play.
I think he just used that as advantage.
I mean,
well, he didn't end up getting what he said he wanted. So,
but he ended up still getting that
I
deal.
didn't want him to be paid for that much.
I don't think anybody wants any of their quarterbacks to be paid that much. Then you can get more players.
Yeah.
I love that everyone said he wasn't going to be back, and then he did. So I just got to rub that in everyone's face.
Well, I'm pretty sure he made everyone think that he wasn't going to be back, and so I don't. That's the one thing I didn't understand. Like, I get that he was trying to do it for like probably leverage.
It had to
but
be.
he like told the Baltimore fans he was leaving.
Yeah, and then
he did. He sent that big ass tweet out.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he is still Lamar Jackson. I would still take him every single day. And so regardless of the deal, as a Ravens fan, you got to be happy that he's staying. And, while we're talking about it, the Ravens, they've had some pretty big additions this offseason. And, I mean, we talk about Odell Beckham, but I don't want to go too crazy on him because with all the injuries that he's going through and the age he's at, and he even said himself this might be his last season. Do you think Odell's going to be a target that is going to be healthy all year for Lamar Jackson?
I want them to use him as limits. So maybe he can sit a few games that aren't important against under 500 teams. Maybe play him in the big division games and other big games and just try to save him for the playoff.
I also think it depends on how good your other receivers are, because if Odell's being the only receiver that's actually good and getting open and creating space, then you're not going to be able to afford to sit him down for those games.
No, definitely not.
Last season,
I think Zay's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's not even going to be a thing anyways. He's not going to be sitting games out. If he's going to get hurt,
he's not going to sit, but that's what I would like.
Oh, my. I mean, you also have – there's reports saying that Lamar Jackson's definitely taking a more laid-back rule, so less running. Do you think that's true at all?
A laid-back rule? He's going to be running the offense unlike with Greg, so they're going back to his Louisville style that he ran at the Cardinals.
That means he's going to stay healthy, not get hit, because if he has a choice, I'm hoping stay. Yeah, or sliding would probably help him, but he's a tough dude though. So hopefully he stays healthy, because I think the football is better and our division is better when we have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. I won't throw Kenny Pickett in there yet. He's got this year to prove. But he did. I mean, for the time that he had last season, he proved that he can be a team leader. But I think this is going to be with all the signings with not signings with the draft of Zay Flowers too. I think the Ravens have some good speed on the outside there, and Odell just depends if he is healthy. But all right, enough about the Ravens.
Yeah, nobody cares about them.
I care.
We'll see this season. So,
cool. All right. So, training camp. There's a lot of things happening in training camp, along with injuries, along with new extensions being released. So I think the biggest one that's hurt everybody. There's kind of two that are really, really kind of a huge blow to the team is Jalen Ramsey out until December, at least. And I think the other big one, of course, there is Nyheim Hines.
When he got hurt, in
a jet ski. Yeah. And so now the Bills are they're thinking that Nyheim Hines will get his salary dropped, and then he will actually have to pay back the Bills.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How valuable is Harris now since Hines is hurt.
Harris.
Yeah, Damian Harris.
Oh, probably not really. Honestly, I think James Cook.
I think James Cook's still going to be there.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably use Damian Harris on the goal line, even if fucking.
You don't think he could get like 10 touchdowns like a Jamal Williams?
I mean, he might be able to, but the Bills, they always say they're going to run the ball, and then they just never do.
Well, regardless, their running back room shrunk a little bit, so they probably will see more. And to be honest, I kind of considered putting Damian Harris on because Damian Harris.
I know, but we didn't talk about that yet. So.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I thought about putting him on there just because of what the situation is, and I think that he could be a realistic and valuable late round pick to help your fantasy.
When are the Bills running the ball?
They're
running back.
Josh Allen.
They don't even do that on the goal line. They give it to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I would definitely still stay away from any running back that's on a pass heavy offense, but
yeah, like you're not drafting running. Like you wouldn't even draft James Cook, and he's their one.
Yeah, no.
He's probably not going to like the 10th round in fantasy. So.
Yeah, if you can get Cook in like the 9th or 10th round, you might be all right.
Yeah. And okay, so we'll go through the list of everybody else. Trey Turner's another big one that was just announced. So he, so he just signed this week with the Saints. Tore his quadriceps.
There you go.
Out for the season. So I think everybody else, Kadarius Toney, we'll see when he comes back. But nothing else really like major besides go to a couple days ago. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but he's only going to be out until
calf strain.
He's just going to be out the preseason.
But how is this? Is this an early sign that he's going to have an unhealthy season? If he's
not at all.
I think that you're just doing that because you think you're funny.
I'm just asking the question. I that is a general question.
Because Joe Burrow leg too.
Of injuries, and now
he's
you're going into
he's had
camp.
one injury.
You're going into camp.
That makes no sense.
You're going into camp, and it's that calf that he always wears a sleeve on. They already know it's.
When has he wore a sleeve on his calf?
Never. Max don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, that's just what ESPN said. I just followed it because that was their first report. They're like the calf that he has a sleeve on. He went down holding that calf.
But it's a whole different leg than his other injury.
So
his other injury was a torn ACL on the fucking Redskins field that everyone gets hurt on.
So if Joe Burrow can't take a snap and run to the outside while it's hot and get a calf strain, how is he going to play a full game when it's this hot?
Okay, I just can't. I'm not listening to you.
It's just a question.
He's a professional athlete. He's fine.
Yeah, but a calf strain is going to keep out for weeks.
He's going to be out the preseason. That's it.
But then what happens like week 1? He gets another calf strain. Is he out for more weeks?
See, this one
they can linger. So that's what Lamar had last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They do linger.
This could be the start of something that bothers him throughout the season, or this could be a bad sign that he is going to be prone to injuries this season.
That makes no sense that he's going to be prone to injuries. That's just
that don't mean nothing, but
that's just you being that dumbass.
All right. So yeah, I wasn't really that serious about it, but besides Joe Burrow getting injured, probably out for the season, you got Saquon Barkley. His 1 year extension. So, do you think are the Giants the worst organization, or at least bottom 5 with the way they're paying their offensive players? You got Daniel Jones, who's making a fuck ton of money. And you got Saquon Barkley, who literally carried their whole offense last season.
But who's dumber, them or him for accepting it?
I think he just did it because he's probably just wants to play, and like he's gonna make money. Because if he just sits out the whole season, then he's fucked. But they're just dumb. Because why would you want to sign Daniel Jones over Saquon?
I don't know. He has not proven anything.
He had his best season last year, and he had I think like 16 touchdown passes.
Yeah, I don't.
And they play 17 games.
Yeah, I think it's just terrible decision. I think Saquon has proven for sure and shown that he is a franchise back, and they can build their team around him, and it's just exact opposite. Now you're using all that money on Daniel Jones.
Well, they also just paid their left tackle and Andrew Thomas as well. So
yeah, big slap in the face to him.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean that's where we get into the whole debate about the running back pay situation. And even on this article that we have pulled up, Najee Harris also added that he thinks running backs are devalued only in terms of pay. And of course, Austin Eckler believes that. I mean, he's the one who put together the whole thing.
Well, the thing is running backs, they last literally like their best years are their rookie seasons. So, I mean, the only way to really fix it would be like, running backs just don't get rookie contracts. They get a regular contract right when they start. That'd be the only way to fix it.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to do that.
No one will. No one will. And I think this running back pay debate is going to last for a while. I don't think
it'll be all season. It won't happen.
Well, I'm talking about even like next season, season after that. I think there's going to still be contract disputes with running backs, especially with running backs.
But it's not going to be a big thing because it's going to be happening all the time because no one wants to pay running backs. Like, why would you want to pay a position that is going to touch the ball 300 times and they have a real good chance of playing like 2 good seasons and then they don't play.
I mean, you still got like Ezekiel Elliott's still a free agent, Leonard Fournette's still a free agent. I mean,
just look at running backs just like recently, like Todd Gurley, he had the best season, like one of the best seasons ever, and then he's done
DeMarco Murray
a year late. Well, DeMarco Murray,
he had 5-6 years.
Well, I mean, DeMarco Murray had good like couple years, and then he decided to go to a team that runs out of the shotgun when he likes to get the ball with a nice running start. That's why that was his own fault.
And so then we still have Josh Jacobs. So he is holding out of camp. He's waiting for a new deal. Do either of you see Josh Jacobs getting a deal before the season starts? No. Or do you see him sitting out the whole season?
No, he's not going to sit out the whole season.
He can't sit out. He just can't do that no more.
Oh, Le'Veon Bell said.
He regretted it. He did say that.
I felt like everybody knew right away that he was making the wrong decision, and including him. But that was that whole motto with him that I'm trying to set the market for all running backs, and then he got
less money.
Yeah, he got less money than what the Steelers offered him. So,
well, if they're devaluing running backs, you can't even risk sitting out anymore if they're already looking at you like that. Yeah,
and I think also if you sit out for a full season, you're just not. You're not adding value to yourself when it comes to, the season where you are a free agent and you get to pick where you go. I just don't think it's worth it. But I can see why people wouldn't want to play on like a 1-year deal because they don't want to, injure themselves and screw themselves out of a big contract. But I guess that's just where the fine line is. You got to determine what's best for you and your situation.
Well, there's so many good running backs though. Like.
There is.
Like backup running backs are like you put them in. If you have a decent line, they're gonna look decently good.
I mean, Jaylen Warren, was backup for Pittsburgh, and he had definitely games where he looked better than Najee. And so,
why did you say it like that?
I don't know. Najee, but that is true. And if you have a good O line that has a good run blocking scheme, just like kind of like with DeMarco Murray when he was in Dallas, I feel like a lot of other running backs could have done the same thing he was doing because they had the best O-line in football.
Well, the thing too is like just look at the Niners. They literally can put any running back on that team and they're good. And then they get a really good running back. Then they put a really good running back on the team and they're way better.
Yeah. So, and I think we'll bring up one more person because I know that they were sitting out for camp. So that is Chris Jones. So he's not reporting. And apparently the two sides are still very far apart on an agreement for a new contract.
I'm not mad about it. Keep it up.
Yeah, because you just don't like the Chiefs.
Yeah. No, I don't mind the Chiefs. I just don't like.
I hate them. All right.
I don't like the Chiefs. I just like Travis Kelce.
So going to Saquon Barkley's deal, so the franchise tag was $10.1 million, and the deal that he got was worth a maximum of $11 million. So
he got an extra $900K.
Yeah, got an extra $900K. So do you think this is just bad negotiating on Barkley's side, or do you think that once again the Giants are just dumb?
I think that Saquon for doing that deal. He definitely should have just signed the franchise. Well, I mean, I guess he got like more money, but like he should have just held out and waited till the season started.
Yeah.
And maybe because he could have maybe got even a little more money, but like I don't understand how $900K is gonna like change your whole life on if you're like Saquon when you've already made a shit ton of money.
Yeah. And so then that's where the question was, why didn't Barkley take a long-term deal last week? And then Barkley did say, if I felt it was something respectable, I would have took it.
Well, he wants like 16 a year.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Was he like 25, 26?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, he's 26.
Yeah, he's not.
So
he's got like 2 or 3 more years of like high level play probably if he doesn't get hurt.
Sorry, Arlo took a poop, so
it's okay. I'm gonna mute you for a second, real quick, because we're about to move on to another tab.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Harvey got that fucking money.
Talking about contracts, Justin Herbert got paid. He got absolutely paid. So you're looking at 5-year, $262.5 million extension Wednesday morning. Yeah. Do you think this? Well.
There. You break it. You broke.
Okay.
Look what you did.
Hold on.
Okay. Well. Max is breaking shit.
Yeah. I gotta.
Anyways.
I'm back in a second. Hold on. Yeah. Keep talking.
Well, Herbert, that deal definitely nice. The only thing that sucks is hopefully Joe Burrow can get a nice deal because he said that he's gonna hopefully take it. Well, that's what I saw, that he's gonna take a deal that would keep T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and all them around, which would be super nice. But I mean, I'm just really hoping that's what happens because if not, and we lose T. Higgins, which I doubt they'll even let happen, we'd probably just leave people off defense. But it'd be nice if we could get everybody to stay.
Yeah. And the one thing that I wanted to, who is that Chargers rookie? Because he has been blowing training camp, like not blowing bad, but like he's blowing people's minds with training camp. I mean, he's doing
receiver.
Quentin
Johnson.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson. So they compared Quentin Johnson to
Johnston.
Johnson. Yeah, they compared him to Mike Williams. They have a similar build, but he's a lot faster and he's a longer reach. And so he is going to be someone to watch out for with, Chargers always being a pass heavy offense, because the reason why I wanted to talk about the Chargers a little bit with Austin Eckler making that whole committee with running backs being underpaid. Do you see him kind of insisting to take a smaller role this season to make sure he stays healthy? Not at all.
No. He had 18 touchdowns last year or something.
I know. I'm talking about last season. And then he's the one who has been so public about the devalued pay of running backs. He's the one who put together that whole meeting with all the running backs. He's been the face of everything.
And then Saquon took a deal a day later.
Yeah. Well, not for
really
much.
Must have worked out for him.
I'm just, I mean, I don't know. They got so many good offensive weapons, and when it comes time to pay their players, and you're giving Herbert $262 million, looks like you're probably going to eventually see Eckler leaving, or it could be Keenan Allen or Mike Williams.
Well, Keenan Allen's like 32.
Yeah, so that'd be probably wise if they let go of him. Yeah, but
he's
a dog though.
Like
he's a dog when he is playing.
He's just always hurt.
Justin Herbert. Wow, what a deal for him, and hopefully the Chargers actually build around him, and they're starting to with some of their rookies that they're drafting. So, I don't. We'll do it as soon as we're talking fantasy. Okay, and then the last thing is before we talk about Aaron Rodgers. I don't think I can.
You could have just done it when he just did that. Anyways, Aaron Rodgers, he could have made $100 million and then took a $35 million pay cut, which is absolutely insane. But I mean, I'd probably do the same thing if you can get all the players they might be able to get. Because if he's taking that less of money, they can trade for Devontae, like a bunch of people are saying. They might be able to sign Dalvin Cook, which I don't know why they do that because they have Brees Hall. But
he is visiting with them.
You never can have enough weapons, I guess, and their defense is already super good. Like they might be really good. But this could be a case of when the Eagles had the dream team.
Yeah,
and they I think they won like 9 games.
yeah. So I mean, but when you're looking at things like with who just said that they would like to sign or play for the Jets or play with Aaron Rodgers?
Dalvin Cook, maybe.
No receiver. It was Devontae Parker. Because there's trade rumors about Devontae Parker being traded.
Yeah, guess what? He goes to that team, he's not playing.
Yeah.
Even with the receivers they have now.
Yeah.
That would make no sense for him. Like he just is like a go up and get it receiver. And they have a bunch of good route runners and like they have like one or two. No, they have like one like jump ball receiver. And that's Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
And he's probably I'd rather have Lazard than Devontae Parker.
All right, Cheryl, you just joined back. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers and his $35 million pay cut. And so, who do you think the Packers should target now with creating all that space to bring in some more talent for Aaron Rodgers?
Probably another receiver. He probably needs another weapon.
Really? You think they need another weapon?
Yeah, why not?
In the receiver room?
It's all right. I don't call Alan Lazard much, so I see Garrett Wilson.
Corey Davis. Yeah, I think Mecole Hardman.
Come on, where's Corey Davis been good?
Last year.
Was he good last year?
He was decent. Like they have a bunch of receivers on the team, and they have who was their quarterback last year? Zach Wilson. He's absolute shit.
I mean, I agree.
They kept more too.
And they might. Then people are saying they might try and get Devontae Adams now.
Who's their tight end?
Uzama, I think.
Yeah.
See, now if Adams went there,
he's decent, but But I'm not taking fucking Devontae Parker over Alan Lazard or Garrison.
But you kind of hate seeing these pay cuts from big stars like that because
that's awesome.
Because then it kind of turns into NBA super teams when you think about it. That everyone's taking less money. They're all Pro Bowlers, and so they're all wanting to play on the same team.
That's not what it is, though, because if every quarterback starts doing that, then they'll just be able to keep more players and pay everybody more equally. If anything, like that would be better for football.
I think it's exactly the opposite. I think these giant pay cuts are terrible for football, and I think it's going to start a bad habit, and it's going to end up being like the NBA, where it's just super teams are trying to be foreign because people are all taking pay cuts and they're all getting older in their career, but still really good. And so it's just going to – and I feel like with him doing this –
are Aaron Rodgers.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, this could be the start of this becoming a trending fashion where quarterbacks who are kind of towards the end of their career taking massive pay cuts.
That's just happening.
I don't think anything like the Jets right now.
Did you see when Tom Brady was on the Buccaneers? They signed 40 fucking people that were good players. They signed they got Leonard Fournette, and then they got all kinds of players on defense, and their O-line stacked. Because
Fournette was just a free agent, though.
Because he's making $25 million a year.
Yeah, but they paid Fournette the money that he was requesting, and he got it because he was a free agent, not because he took a pay cut.
People that are going to be going there.
Yeah, but I'm not saying but he didn't take a pay cut just to play on the Buccaneers. He was getting paid very high for the running backs when he was on the Buccaneers.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, this could be the start of where quarterbacks are going to start to take these huge pay cuts just so they can get these all-stars. And it's just like, it's not fair to any of the small market teams. It's just like MLB and NBA. And it felt like NFL was separate. And I felt like the NFL. You just said the Jets aren't.
I said Tampa.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought you said Jets. That's why I was about to say, like, what?
Do you not remember who was on that Tampa team?
Yeah.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Rob Gronkowski.
Okay, but what did Julio Jones do? Okay, we're talking different. Like Dalvin Cook, like he's actually good. and he's only going to go play for the Jets, because it's Aaron Rodgers and because of the talent they have. He just said that today on the interview. They're just interviewing today. He goes like, "Yeah, I want to play there because their roster." That's what he was saying.
Okay, is he going to sit out if he don't play there?
What?
Is he going to sit out if he don't play there? Probably not.
No.
Exactly. No. He's going to go probably to the Dolphins, or he'll go to Dallas, like you just said, which I doubt he goes to Dallas because Tony Pollard's he's probably out for like a couple weeks of the season, but
yeah,
he's not. He's going to go somewhere where the team's good. He just got cut from his team. He wants to go play somewhere where he has a chance to win.
Yeah, but the only reason why they're going to be able to afford Dalvin Cook is because they got $35 million extra.
That's probably not true. Half their team is rookies.
Oh, well, no, I'm pretty sure the Jets cap space going into this year, they were like the 9th highest. So I don't think that they're going to be able to afford Dalvin Cook on a deal that he wants.
A 1-year deal would have been like probably $5 million.
Dalvin Cook on a 1-year deal?
Yes.
So Saquon just signed for $11 million. So you don't think Dalvin Cook's going to get even close to that?
He just got
8 or
cut.
9.
He just got cut, Max.
It doesn't matter.
That does matter.
He's good. He's a good ass running back. Why you're saying just because he got cut, he's only going to make $5 million next season?
I bet you he does.
Okay.
I think the team would give him 8 or 9.
Yeah, there's no way he's only worth $5 million.
I'm not saying he's worth $5 million. I'm saying that's what he's probably going to get paid, especially if he goes to the Jets. He's getting like $5 million.
Well, if he's picking where he's going to go play and he's doing all these visits, I guarantee you he's not going to sign with a team that's going to pay him $5 million next season.
He probably went for the Jets.
And they offer him $5 million. I bet you he fucking does it.
Yeah, I bet he would. I bet he would, because that's what he kept saying. He wants to play there, and now everyone else does. So
who's everyone else?
Obviously
Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker sucks.
Devontae Adams, and yeah.
Who's Devontae Parker's quarterback? Fitzpatrick and fucking Mac Jones. Yeah, I'd want to play for Aaron Rodgers too.
Yeah, but he deserves more money than what he's going to sign with New York for.
Who?
Parker.
No, he doesn't. He does not deserve money. He's not good.
Let's look up. I saw the list earlier.
Devontae Parker's not good.
How many games did the Jets win?
Last year?
No, this year. I'm talking about this year. What do you think?
Probably like 10 to 12.
I can't find it.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
Well, no, it was just a full list of trade rumors of players that are wanting to join Green Bay, currently. And there was 6 players on there. Green Bay. Why do I keep saying Green Bay? Because I keep thinking Aaron Rodgers playing Green Bay, I guess. But I put on Instagram on ESPN, so I probably can't view it on here. It's probably not going to pop up. But there was a decent list. But I will say, the 2 good players were Dalvin Cook and Devontae Adams. That was part of the 6 players that were on that list for trade rumors to go to the Jets.
How is Dalvin Cook a trade rumor if he's a free agent?
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean that. Just rumors to sign with the Jets. So, all right. So, fantasy football. Kind of get over with training camp. Or it's not over, but we're over with it.
Talking about it.
So,
a month of it. Fantasy
football, I think, is dear to everyone's hearts. And I think today we wanted to kind of talk about the top 5 targets that I think you should have for your fantasy football team. Now, these might seem a bit jumbled, and some of them may be realistic, some of them might not be, because it really just depends on how big your draft order is. So I think my list, you could probably be doable if I was in an 8-person league, but it just depends. And for our league that we're in, it's a super flex, and so having a super flex, that changes a lot of things. So the order that I have my players in could be the exact opposite because of the way the super flex is and how fast
take quarterback.
And so it really kind of just depends. But I'll go through mine first. So not in really any order, but if I had to pick, I'd probably say round 1, easily Jamar Chase if he's available. For me in our league, I got the second to last pick, and so he looks like he would be available unless you decide to take him.
I'm not going to take a fucking receiver in a super flex league in the first round.
And so then the average ADP for super flex for Kirk Cousins is 5.1. So I think that's kind of a sleeper because Kirk Cousins was a baller last year. And he has one of the lowest ADPs still so far this season, and the season hasn't even started yet.
Well, I've done a couple mock drafts, and almost all the ones that I've done, I've got Aaron Rodgers in like the 9th round.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And what he said in what mock drafts?
By CPUs.
Yeah, they're CPUs, but I'm saying unless people are just looking around, but nobody's scrolling 5 miles down the thing to go get a quarterback after they've already taken 2 of them.
So I got Jamar Chase, Kirk Cousins. Okay, I also have Nick Chubb. So now, if it was up to me, if Chubb's in there 2nd round, I'm taking Nick Chubb. I have to.
Just real quick before we continue, we were talking about this, making these lists, and Max goes, yeah, when you're making your list, you don't want to pick players that you're obviously going to want to take, like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or Nick Chubb or Aaron Rodgers. That's literally what he said before we started doing this.
Well, I think
it's
this
hard
is
though. Like,
I think it's realistic because you never know how it's going to end up. And then for my receivers, I have Jerry Jeudy, Chris Olave, and Gibbs.
And Jamar Chase. And Gibbs is a running back.
Oh, yeah. I messed that up. So my running backs are Nick Chubb and Jahmyr Gibbs. Then my receivers are Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, and Jerry Jeudy.
There you go.
Yeah. And I had Jerry Jeudy and Chris Olave last season. They're pretty good.
I like Chris.
He definitely was not good for you.
In the second half of the season, he was. I don't know what happened, but after the second half of the season, he literally exploded in fantasy football.
Russell Wilson threw like fucking 14 touchdowns last
Yeah, week 14. Remember, Jerry Jeudy caught 3 touchdowns in one game.
I don't fucking know.
And so
I didn't watch the Broncos. They were terrible.
Yeah, so second half, he was incredible. So I think that's my list. That's 6. It's supposed to be 5, but I couldn't figure out who to leave out from Chris Olave or Jerry Jeudy.
Definitely Jerry Jeudy.
Well, to leave out, yeah. I was trying to make it like reachable. So I was like, Chris Olave would not be there in like the 4th round or 5th round. I don't think. But I don't know who has the higher like value right now in fantasy. But Judy's being taken higher in Superflex leagues right now.
I'm taking Olave.
So, I would too. If I have both of them, I'm taking Olave 10 out of 10 times. But that's my list. I don't have that many superstars.
Okay. Not that many superstars.
I have 2.
Nick Chubb, Jamar Chase. Those are 2 big fucking stars.
Yeah,
Jahmyr Gibbs is
but those are your first 2 picks.
Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be going in like the 2nd round, and I guarantee you.
We don't know that.
And our draft, I bet you he's going 2nd.
We don't know.
Not in the
I looked these things up from ADP. Okay, so I took their average round that they're getting selected in. So every single person that is on my list are all separated by a full round. That is the average being taken right now. They are all separated by a full round.
Okay.
So that's my list. Go do yours.
Well,
bitch.
I don't have a list. I just going off the cuff.
Imagine that.
I'm the same way.
I'd probably say DJ Moore be one of them.
Trash.
Jackson Smith and Jigba will try to be one.
Rookie. Oh, he's going to go 1st round.
Jackson Smith and Jigba's going in the 1st round.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Do you think this man makes sense when he talks ever?
That's what you were saying earlier.
What do you?
Jahmyr Gibbs is a rookie. He's a
running back.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't matter.
For a good offensive team too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the?
What's the other ones?
I don't know. Should I talk?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
You critiqued everything I said, so I'm doing the same exact thing to you.
Because you told us, oh yeah, don't take this player, this player, this player, this player. We want you to pick people that nobody's going to pick. That's what you told us.
Well, I mean, pretty realistic because I think these are realistic numbers. Because I'm not saying that.
But you told us not to do it.
What do you mean?
Did he not?
No. He did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
literally,
I didn't.
Before this call started, you said,
no,
don't take Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Nick Chubb, because those are people everybody's going to take.
Yeah, so I had to include Jamar Chase because I'm going to take him.
That makes no fucking sense. Okay, but anyways, if I was going running backs, I think he's going a lot lower now. Probably Alvin Kamara because he never.
Is he suspended? Is he going to be
suspended for 6 games? Why would you take him?
I'm still taking. Alvin
if you
Kamara.
could get him in like the 8th or 9th round.
Yeah, I would take him in the last couple of rounds.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take him late. You get him fucking. He's gonna score fucking probably 9-10 touchdowns.
Yeah, and
he's gonna get 40 catches a game. Like, why would you not? Derek Carr's fucking check down king. He's like Joe Flacco the second. So,
without the Super Bowl.
Yeah, or winning ever really. But trying to think. Did I take a Bengal next?
No.
Let me see. I'd probably go for Zay Flowers, or not Zay. What is that his name?
Yeah, Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Yeah, I could see him getting taken.
I respect that.
A good one. I like Bateman, but he's always hurt, or I would say him.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Quentin Johnston for sure is one that you probably should start taking. And then if I was going quarterbacks, I'd probably say Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd probably
running upside.
My list sounds better than that, but all right, Cyril, you go.
Oh, sorry. Here, hold on. Don't go yet. Here,
here you go.
Real quick. Actually, I want to do Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson.
That's a pretty far reach.
Jamar Chase. It's Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, and
see, that's a terrible list. I only had Jamar Chase on my list. So, all right, you give us yours.
So I'm going more upside value. For quarterback, I like Lawrence, just because he's mobile too. Running back, definitely.
That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. Calvin Ridley, that would have been a nice one.
That's one of mine, Calvin Ridley. With Trevor. Bijan, just because Tyler Algier had like 1,100 yards last year. So, what do you think Bijan's going to do?
Well, dude, they got 17 running backs. That's my only problem with their.
Oh, I should have included Brian Robinson. I don't know why I just thought of that.
Why? They said they're going to be.
Chubb.
They said they're going to be going hard with Antonio Gibson this year.
Another running back. I like Antonio. I was going to say Antonio just because I've seen that he's going to be a lot of catching if we're in a PPR league. So, what other receiver? There's Justin so many. I mean, he goes first.
You got the third pick. So.
No, I was trying to do upside value.
Hey, your boy Amon-Ra.
Well, I mean, that's obviously, but I like Judy. I think Russell's going to step up, and Judy's going to be pretty good.
If he continues like he did for the second half, then he's going to have an amazing fantasy year.
As long as Sean Payton can make Russell Wilson not act like he's going to be in a movie, I think they'll be good.
Yeah.
My last receiver is definitely Garrett Wilson, though, so.
You better hope he's not hurt.
I just think if he's healthy, he's going to be a baller with A-Rod.
Oh, I agree.
I think my first two picks and
hard not to be a baller with Aaron Rodgers
in the draft, definitely going to be Joe Burrow.
Your what?
My first two picks in the draft.
Joe Burrow's going to be gone way before you get.
Yeah, I'm going to trade my pick.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to get the first pick.
I'm taking probably Patty if he's there.
He's not going to be there.
My buddy said he's probably taking JJ. That's got the first pick.
I'm taking Jamar. If
he's taking Justin Jefferson with the first pick in a super flex league.
Probably.
Oh, well, then I might rethink Jamar Chase then.
Shit. Well, I know I can't get Burrow because fucking Matt picks right before me. So.
Yep. He already told me he's taking Burrow if he's there.
Yeah.
I might take Burrow just to piss him off.
I hope you should. I
hope you do. Hey,
I did that last year.
Hey, do that, and then I'm gonna. If he's still there, I'm getting Lamar, and then we can trade.
That's fine. Me and Matt did that last year, literally.
That would be so funny.
So
a lot of people don't know, but we're in a Superflex fantasy league together, us three.
We're just starting a Superflex this year.
And so it is. The draft order just came out. I'm second to last, so I picked 9th, and then you pick.
I picked 6th,
and then what do you pick?
I picked third.
And so with it being a super flex, it's so weird because when you're doing the mock drafts, you just see quarterback. And so it changes everything that the way we drafted like the last 2 seasons is completely different now with having a super flex. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna take Jamar Chase if he's available.
I get one of the top 3 quarterbacks.
But you also are going back to back basically, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Like if you're top 5 and I feel like if you don't take a quarterback, you're not doing it. And I was
thinking about not taking a quarterback in the first 4 rounds.
If you do that, you're not winning the game, probably.
Well, I don't know because I
in
the mock draft that we did, I took Justin Fields in the 3rd round.
That was the second round.
No, because
it was the second round.
No,
yes, you can't base off CPUs. Like everyone's going to draft way different.
Dude, in that thing, Justin Fields is ranked like 13th.
I promise you, it was the third round. I took
a
running back in the second round.
He would have been gone. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Who?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because because it was
the only two people that I can remember that I picked was Justin Fields and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, and
I picked Juju Smith actually in the 7th round because he's going to be a sleeper.
Oh yeah, on the Patriots with Mac Jones fucking throwing in the dirt.
He might. You don't know. But yeah,
I don't think Nair's taking the quarterback, and he's right before me.
Really? If he don't take a quarterback, I'm gonna have a lot of options then.
I get one of the top 3
quarterbacks don't get taken by the time my pick comes, and I probably
take a quarterback.
Yeah, I probably will see if Jamar Chase falls to the 2nd round.
I just wouldn't be surprised.
Crow's got 2 picks, so it just depends on what he picks.
Bengals fan.
Yeah, maybe I still take Jamar Chase.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan wouldn't take one at 4.
I don't.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome because it's a super flex league, and I don't think they understand how super flexes work.
They don't.
Because if no one takes a quarterback in the 1st round, basically, and I will take 2 quarterbacks straight up.
Yeah,
first 2 rounds.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Already, if I get like Allen and then like Fields is there coming back, I'm taking them.
I'm gonna try to get like Rodgers and Fields. I'm gonna try to get Rodgers and Fields.
That's like 60, 70 points a week out of just 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! You need to convince them to take players, not. I mean, to take
don't talk to
position
just
players.
Don't talk to them. I guarantee you, they're probably doing their like shit, like their evaluations on how drafting is off of regular drafts.
Oh, they are. Okay. They are 100%. And Nair has no idea what he's doing. Coffee's never played a super flex league, so he don't know.
All right, the last time I played super flex, my second quarterback was Big Ben, and was Russ Wilson that year, and I came last. So I don't have really good history of drafting in super flexes, but that was also in a 12-team league, so I didn't really have any good substitutes or anyone to pick up, and nobody wants to trade. So that's probably because everyone sends awful trades to each other. That's going to happen again this season. But
yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so fun having Tot send me fucking.
He's not in the league.
Oh, he's not?
Tot's not in the league.
Thank fucking God.
That's why my buddy joined.
That motherfucker last year would send me a trade like Mike Evans for like the 5th string receiver on the Browns.
Yeah, and then he would offer like all of his free agent money and then his picks for like one of my best Jamar receivers. Yeah.
Like, dude, I forget Hardy's in our league too, and Hardy's not taking a quarterback either. I guarantee it.
Oh, if nobody's taking quarterbacks, I might have 3 quarterbacks in the first 3 rounds. Just because I can have them as trade pieces.
Yeah, you could.
Like, what the fuck?
Man, that'd be perfect if no one takes running backs. I mean, quarterbacks.
Now, if everyone does take quarterbacks, Max, you probably have to take Chase or JJ.
If everyone's taking quarterbacks, yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, like you can see JJ or Chase getting 30, 40 points.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us today. That's our fantasy outlook.
We're gonna go to the Bengals stadium.
Yeah, I know Jake sent you a picture. I ain't wearing that.
Oh yeah, he changed his mind because I sent it to everybody.
I'd hope not. You bandwagon. You're already a Reds fan.
I'm not a bandwagon. I'm going to the Bengals stadium with Jake, and it's like a tour.
That's fine, but if you're wearing Bengals gear, I mean,
doesn't matter. I'm not. What am I supposed to wear?
Just normal clothes.
Now he's wearing a fucking UC shirt. He said, "Oh, at least it's Cincinnati." I was like, "You're gonna be the only person there not wearing Bengals stuff."
That's fine.
Wear a Pittsburgh jersey.
If he does that, guess what? I'll leave right now, and he won't be coming.
So he's got it on too.
Be prepared, just because I gotta take this, top shirt off. All right.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for today. So,
make sure the podcast is out on every single platform that you can imagine: Stitcher, RadioCast, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, stuff like that.
Follow us the TikTok, the Insta.
on Spotify, don't forget there's always a Q&A pool, and there's also comments. You can leave topics and suggestions for the next episode. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
All right. And then make sure you check our YouTube channel out, and make sure you like and subscribe and comment. All right. See ya. I can't press stop. I'm trying.
How can you not press leave call?
I have to hit manage recording. All right. I missed it.
Oh my God, dude, you're crazy.
Okay,
You
hold
want me to
on.
do it?